Alright, hello, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, a show about everything Star Wars. Now, it's been a little bit since we last did this, because just calamity struck, my laptop got fried, and so we lost, I think, like, episode 65 and 66. I think we just lost 66.
Yeah, I don't...
I could...
You didn't put it up yet?
Yeah, no. So, but... regardless,
the lost episode.
Yeah, lost episode. if it's recovered, then hey, that's something. Because I do have it off to do a deep search to see if they can recover anything from the hard drive. If it's recovered, then I'll just repost it as a lost episode or whatever and have some fun with it.
Of course it would be episode 66.
Yeah, of course it would be.
What are the odds?
So, we have some stuff to talk about today. The first topic is Adam Driver seemingly teases big plans for Kylo in episode 9. It says, the moment in question came when Driver was asked what he finds interesting about his character Kylo Ren, to which the stars responded as follows. That's hard to say because we're working towards something in particular with that character. I don't want to give away anything. Basically all he said.
I love how these articles give these big headlines and you go read it and it's like, that's all I said? And then there's other times I'm like, well, I'm glad that's all I said. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to know too much.
Right, you don't... I haven't posted any of rumor... I've posted some rumors, but rumors from the set or, this... Because who knows if it's true or not. Just wait to see the movie. But, of course, Kylo Ren's going to have... They have big plans for Kylo Ren in episode 9. He's the
main villain.
Main antagonist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, unless they bring in somebody else...
Yeah. But you'd be really, hard-pressed to do that. Now,
let's dive into this a little bit. Do you want to see Kylo Ren redeemed by the end of episode 9? Or... Do you think he'll be redeemed? This is his 3 choices, basically.
Redeemed.
Not redeemed. Redeemed. Dead.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
Which one of those 3 would you like... Do you think will happen?
Well, if he's not redeemed and he's alive, what happens then? Does it just...
Then he's still the big bad?
I guess. But, it's the end of the series. So, what...
It's the end of this trilogy.
I guess, yeah. But... It's supposedly the last one about the Skywalker legacy. And he's a Skywalker, so he shouldn't be in any other movies.
Well, for now.
Yeah.
I mean, they could come back 10, 15 years later and do episodes 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Bring Adam Driver back, bring Daisy Ridley back, older like they've done with...
Yeah. Could.
Luke and... Leia and Han.
Yeah.
Just not as old. Don't wait the 30 years. Just wait 10 or 12 so they're not as old.
If they do the whole redemption thing, then he better survive and actually, I don't want Darth Vader 2.0 where he gets redeemed and then he dies. It's like, right. If he's gonna die,
saving somebody.
Yeah, if he's gonna die, make him die as the villain, as the bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you're going to make him get redeemed, let him survive as the redeemed person.
You don't want him to, do a heroic sacrifice like Darth Vader?
No.
Right.
Because it's too much like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I understand that's his idol, but still.
It would echo too much Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I think it would turn fans off at that point.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him redeemed. And I'd rather see him dead by the hands of... the good guys. Rey kills him because, he's too far gone.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that would be more interesting.
Well, it would be something we haven't seen.
Yeah, I think... Because, Obi-Wan did it. With Darth Maul.
Maul was a bit character. Other than Anakin taking down Dooku...
Yeah. But even then, that was...
And Obi-Wan taking down Grievous.
Yeah.
They're not the main bads. I mean, we don't see, we've never seen, the hero defeat the villain in one of these movies.
Yeah, no.
Not completely, no. Because even Obi-Wan doesn't kill Anakin when he turns bad. And
when Obi-Wan doesn't kill Palpatine at any point. I mean, I guess Darth Maul is the big bad, but he's not in Phantom Menace.
He didn't die, though.
Right, but he doesn't die.
He doesn't die until Rebels.
Spoiler if you haven't seen Rebels or Clone Wars or Han Solo.
Still, exactly. So you don't... So I agree with you. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Ryan's going off to deal with his dog. But I would like that would be cool because I think honestly that'd be interesting when it comes to like having the main character actually go through and actually kill the main villain. Like even Solo. Dryden Voss gets taken down by Kira, not Solo. Solo, granted, shoots Beckett in the end, but
Beckett's not the main villain. No. Beckett just turns on Han because that's what scoundrels do.
That's what happens in that life.
That's what they do to spare their own lives.
Yeah.
So Han did what he had to do to
defend himself, basically.
It was either him or Beckett, and Han chose himself.
Yeah.
Naturally. And you go to Rogue One.
Jyn Erso tries to kill that dude. Tries to kill
but the Death Star ends up killing Krennic.
Yeah.
So
she goes up to him like she's
have not seen the hero of the movie kill the villain of the movie, but at the end.
No.
First time for everything.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so that would mean Rey would kill Kylo.
Kylo, yeah.
And he's not being redeemed.
Right, and that's the way I want to see it go down.
If they're gonna, it's either that or he's got a. There's a novel idea. The bad guy wins, and the friggin' good guys lose.
Yeah,
that'll not Star Wars.
That won't happen.
No, because it's not. That's not Star Wars. Right. That's not how it.
The good guys always win. Yeah. They may not look like they're winning, but then in the end they do.
Always win.
Except for Revenge of the Sith. That's the only time I would really say that the good guys really didn't win.
Right, but you know where it goes after.
Yeah.
They win in the long run.
Yeah,
right.
But that is
they lost the battle. They didn't win. They didn't lose the war.
That is the movie though, where like the good guys.
Yeah, if you just want to single out a movie,
even Empire Strikes Back too.
Yeah,
the heroes.
Well, they have them on the run. Yeah,
they're definitely in a bad spot.
Yeah,
but there's no deaths.
Luke's missing a hand and Han Solo's captured.
Yeah.
And the only death you have at the end of Revenge of the Sith is Padme's.
Yeah, and that's more from natural causes.
Well, there's also the speculation that the Emperor is the
theories.
one stealing her life blood to fuel.
Anakin.
To keep Anakin alive and all that stuff. But
her force.
Yeah.
Now there is
her life force.
Well, it wasn't only her though. Mace Windu died. He was a pretty major character.
Yeah, but not major enough. I mean, Jango Fett died in the. I would say he was almost more of a major character in the second movie than Mace Windu was in the third movie.
Yeah, Mace Windu ever was really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that would be interesting to see.
Count Dooku was more of a main character in Revenge of the Sith than Mace Windu was.
It is kind of hard to find, like, unless it's like a thriller or something like that. But like a lot of movies have it where the hero doesn't kill the main villain. Usually, it's something that happens that either the villain either somehow kills himself. Which I mean, like,
I was trying to think of like the original Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Doesn't the Enterprise kills Khan, right? I mean,
yeah, I think
Kirk deals the death blow to Khan in a manner of speaking, or does the
Khan turns on the Genesis thing. He kind of blows himself up.
Well, I guess, so you're right. Like, I guess a lot of times villains off themselves before they can get off by
the only one that I can think of, the only one that comes to mind anyway, of the villains not killing themselves is Lord of the Rings. It's the only one where I can think of right now off the top of my head. Harry Potter, honestly, Voldemort kind of does do himself in, because Harry Potter throws the what is it? Expecto Patronum?
Yeah.
No.
The Patronus.
Yeah. No, not Expecto Patronum. What is that? The freaking disarming spell. He does the disarming spell, and basically he does Avada Kedavra, and the disarming spell reflects it back at Voldemort and kills him. And so, technically, that's how Voldemort dies. So even then, it was by his own hand. It wasn't, like, granted, Harry helped, but, like, and also, no, but Neville does kill Nagini. He does chop off the head of Nagini. So, I guess Neville killed Voldemort in the end. Yeah, I guess that one would work.
Right, just trying to go through some other movies.
He kills him indirectly, but yeah.
It's interesting when you really start to think about it.
Even like Mission Impossible movies.
Or
have you watched Fallout yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one happens like that too.
Yeah, it is interesting, like, because the hero, I guess, is supposed to be like so noble, like above killing their enemy. You know, like.
Yeah,
in a lot of,
especially in fantasy and that kind of movies.
That is kind of a bit of a head scratcher though, when you see the hero who doesn't kill the main villain but goes through and kills a whole bunch of henchmen like that. Well, no problem. But no, you can't kill the main villain. The main villain has to do himself in or whatever. Right. But I don't know. That would be interesting. It definitely shake things up, I think.
It'd definitely be an ending. I think that would be like. Unexpected.
I think it'd be a good like finality to it too. Like it's over, you know.
Right.
I think
Right. I would definitely bring an end to that. Like,
yeah.
There's no room left over. You know.
So the next topic that we have is Cassian Andor is going to get a live action series. Apparently.
On Disney Plus.
Yep. Which is the streaming service. So we can stop calling it the Disney streaming service.
Yep, it has a name.
It has a name now.
Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty interested in this one.
You know what? There's a couple lines from Rogue One. Well, there's a couple of scenes from Rogue One that really make me want to see this movie or this series. One is he offs another guy.
Yeah.
Just so he can get away.
Right, yeah.
Because he knew that other guy couldn't go. He's injured.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want the guy talking.
Yep.
So offed him. Like, so right there, like, that puts Cassian in a whole nother, like, group of people that would be part of the rebellion.
Yeah.
Like, the assassins and the, right. So, yeah, following orders, doing whatever it takes, killing whoever it takes. So, like, to see him, like, go through some of that stuff, like, as a younger Cassian.
Yeah.
And it only has to be, like, a couple years, 3 years younger. It doesn't have to, I bet there's, like, a little bit in the first episode of when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then it flashes forward to, like, closer to the rebellion starting and stuff. But the other sort of line is when he talks about how he was really a separatist. Like, his family grew up on the separatist side.
Yeah.
Came from the separatist side instead of the Republic side of things. So he had a different viewpoint there, too.
Yeah.
But, also I want to see characters come into it like Enfys Nest. You can see like a younger... you probably won't see Saw Gerrera, but you'd hear about him a lot.
Yeah.
You might see him.
You could definitely bring in the Enfys Nest and the start of the rebellion and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Especially if he is one of the first people that was recruited.
Yep.
So you definitely could have... It definitely has a lot of potential for interesting stuff that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Right.
It also gives the girl who did Enfys Nest more stuff to do.
And I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Enfys Nest in Solo is one of my favorite characters for that movie just because she's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even if it's her mom first and then she's like younger or something.
Yeah.
Right before she takes over.
I'm trying to think. Cassian would take place after Solo, I think.
Yeah. Because that, yeah.
I think it'll take place after Solo. It's going to be squeezed in between Solo and Rogue One.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I'm ready to watch this one too.
Yeah.
of all the characters they could have picked from Rogue One, I think Cassian's a good way to go. Mm-hmm. Jyn Erso would have been cool, but I think we got
enough about her and her
Where's my
family.
Bodhi show?
I don't think you're gonna get a Bodhi Rook show.
No, he's my favorite character in Rogue One.
But I mean, just some of the missions that he has to go on.
Mm-hmm. And also,
I think would be cool.
It'd be cool to see the meeting between him and K2SO. How they
became a group.
Yeah, because obviously he got him from the Imperials.
Right, how they become a tandem.
Yeah.
Working together, yeah.
Somehow he got him from the Imperials. I don't know how.
Right. And reprogrammed him.
Yeah,
I mean, we know that, his reprogramming is just, he just says whatever he says,
Yeah.
Says whatever he thinks, quote unquote, as droids think.
So the next topic that we have is the new Mandalorian casting of Gina Carano. I don't know.
You know her from if you've seen the first Deadpool. She plays the villain. One of the villains.
Angel. She plays Angel. Yep. Okay.
She made a movie that she was the lead in. But anyway, she comes from the MMA side of things, so she is a fighter for MMA.
Yeah, I knew that
for a while.
When she was going in Deadpool, I was like, oh yeah.
She's kind of the first, well-known female MMA fighter, and then Ronda Rousey kind of came after Gina Carano. Mm-hmm. But if they use her full potential of what she's able to do, her physical abilities, they could make a cool villain for the Mandalorian. Have a cool somebody that helps him.
Yeah. She could be like a bounty hunter type character, or she could be another Mandalorian, maybe hunting him down.
An alien race where she's in full costume and would be sweet.
Yeah. I think that would be cool.
I mean, acting chops wise, maybe she's not the strongest act, but you utilize what she is good at, and you stay focused on that stuff. She can be a great addition to the show.
You know when they're supposed to come out with their streaming service? When these shows are supposed to be...
There's nothing solid as far as dates wise, but 2019, the latter part of 2019 is when the Mandalorian is supposed to come out. So somewhere around September, October, as rumors I've heard.
Okay.
So that they run the 10 episodes
right up to
basically
episode 9.
Episode 9.
Okay. No.
No, I'm excited for the Mandalorian too.
Oh, yeah.
And Cassian Andor, I think, will come in 2020.
20
I think
probably,
it'll be after.
Yeah. So the next topic is Star Wars actress Billie Lourd says Episode 9 is going to be magical.
And we know
whatever that means.
Just that look on Brian's face.
We all know who Billie Lourd is. She is Carrie Fisher's daughter.
Is she married? Is that why her last name is different?
I think she
might have her dad's last name.
Kept her dad's last name, maybe.
Yeah.
But she's basically just talking about how she has to be careful.
Yeah,
she can't say too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's just like everybody else. It's just you're telling me nothing, basically.
Because the Star Wars police department will come to get me.
Yeah, they can't really say much. It's going to be magical. Who knows what that means?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a hint as a little bit more force using and lightsabers, maybe. I don't know.
More
mystical. The Last Jedi didn't have very much of that.
The Last Jedi was focused a lot on the force, but not so much lightsaber fights and using the force.
So yeah. I think this one is going to be very action-packed.
Episode 9.
Episode 9, yeah. It's going to be very action-packed. I think, honestly, I don't know. Because I think the movie with the most fight scenes in Star Wars so far is Revenge of the Sith. I think that's the movie with the most fight scenes.
Well, just that one huge one at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about just
the battles, whether it be gun fights or lightsaber fights, combine both of them, right? Just battles in general. I'm pretty sure Revenge of the Sith
It
has
starts
the
off
most.
with a big giant
Space
battle.
battle.
Space battle. Then they go in and they fight a couple of droids. Then they have a lightsaber battle with Count Dooku. Then after that, you have some battles going on in Kashyyyk and stuff with Yoda. And then you also have him going to Utapau for Grievous.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have Mace Windu going in to confront Chancellor Palpatine. That whole fight scene right there. And then after that, you have Anakin going in, killing all the younglings, going into Mustafar, killing all of them, Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting it out, and then all the...
Yoda and Palpatine at the very end fighting it out.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that one has the most scenes.
You're probably right. It's probably the most action-packed.
And it kind of had to be, because that was, the cataclysm of everything.
Yeah.
So, I could see this one having kind of like that same feel to it, where it's just fast-paced, quick, not so slow as the not slow like Last Jedi was, because Last Jedi took its time, but I think this one is going to be, not rushed, but I think it's going to be very on the move compared to it.
I think it's going to have to be to get
everything wrapped up. Yeah.
The pacing is going to be fairly quick. I hope that's not I hope they don't pace it so fast that you don't get any good,
dialogue,
deep character stuff or
Yeah. Now, this next topic is very interesting because I kind of have an idea of what this connection is. So it says Rogue One connection confirmed for Star Wars The Mandalorian. I'm thinking it has to be one of those plans that Jyn Erso was reading out when she finally got to Stardust. There was some of them that were very weird. Black something.
Black Saber.
Black Saber,
the Black Saber definitely sounds Mandalorian-ish.
Yeah. But I mean, also I think they have a set pick and a guy in a
Stormtrooper outfit.
Death Trooper.
Oh, Death Trooper.
Which we only see in Rogue One.
True.
Yeah. Oh, Death Trooper's confirmed for Star Wars The Mandalorian. But maybe that is kind of maybe the Empire as a last-ditch effort is trying to basically put out one final plan to try and win back.
Right, I mean, the battle
in the background kind of thing, which would be cool, I think.
Yeah, because the Battle of Jakku happens after Endor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the final battle.
Do you ever get to
between the Empire and the...
know what the motivations of that battle is? Is it just kind of like the Empire's last stand?
I think so.
I'm guessing that's what
I think if you read the Aftermath series by Chuck Wendig, I think it goes into that part of it.
Have you read that?
I've only read the first one. I need to read the other two, which I hear the other two are far better than the first one. So
yeah, I've heard bad things about
the first one. Just the
pacing
and the way it's written is sort of it's hard to. It's a hard read.
Yeah.
But once you get through it, once you get into it, it's okay. But it's really kind of broken up by some interludes and stuff that are just there for fan service. Really, some of them.
Yeah.
But it's not very well written, I don't think. But I've heard the second two are much better. So I'm gonna have to read both of them.
Yeah, I've heard tons of criticism thrown towards the Aftermath series.
I need to get them just on audiobook so I don't have.
Yeah.
I can just listen to them in my car while I'm driving around.
So I can drive because I drive to work.
Yeah, you got hour each way.
So.
You can get quite a bit done.
Yeah. So
They're so expensive,
I'm very excited for Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it's probably my most anticipated thing coming out of Star Wars.
Right now.
Episode 9?
Yeah. It's up. It's probably tied with Episode 9 for me.
Yeah, mine's Episode 9, Mandalorian. Maybe the 7th season of Clone Wars. Then Cassian Andor. Those are all really close.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are we gonna talk about Resistance?
We can.
I mean,
Towards the end.
Yeah, we will. towards the end. The good thing is that we don't have to worry about the camera dying, so we can just go on for however long.
Yeah, that's another one of the technical snafus.
Yeah.
Battery wasn't plugged in?
Nope. Apparently not. It's green now, thanks. It's yellow.
We got a 2019 Wave 1 breakdown of the vintage collection.
So we have Yak Face,
Skiff Guard, Klaatu the Skiff Guard,
Scarif Stormtrooper,
Princess Leia Organa Bausch Disguise,
and Range Trooper.
So those are the ones coming out for Wave 1.
The Princess Leia
Bausch
Disguise is the best one out of all of them.
Oh, yeah. I like the Range Trooper, too.
I like the Scarif Trooper, too.
Scarif Trooper? Yeah.
One of my favorite designs of the newer movies.
Yeah, the Range Trooper was always one of my favorites.
Klaatu the Skiff Guard's cool, too.
Oh, the Range Trooper guy's cool, too, yeah. So there's some good ones.
Yeah, Yak Face.
Definitely some ones that are...
It's the classic, you know? Classic Yak Face.
Yep, so be on the look for those early 2019.
Then we have George Lucas might be shooting an Obi-Wan's Kenobi movie next year.
Now you read my curiosity peaked. Obvious reservations.
Yeah.
I think this is a lot rumor and not much fact here.
Yeah. So don't get too excited about
Right, don't get too excited about George Lucas himself like directly involved with an Obi-Wan movie filming in Ireland.
Which was the biggest grossing movie last year? Star Wars. What? Wait, which one you talking about? The quote here, it just says Star Wars, like The Last Jedi?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, it was?
Did over $1 billion.
Okay.
1.3
okay,
billion.
because I was about to say, if you're talking about Solo,
no, they're
it's
talking
not,
about.
it wasn't.
They're talking about Episode 8.
Okay. And where does George Lucas propose to make a follow-up about Obi-Wan Kenobi? Northern Ireland. It's a very strange spot for Obi-Wan to be.
I mean, there was nothing ever said that he stayed on Tatooine the whole time.
No.
Where'd he get a ship? And also, how do
He
you...
just went
But
to...
you also got to remember...
That's how he knew to go to the cantina. That's where he knew to get transport
yeah.
off the planet.
Well, not that, but there's
He's
also...
just hitching rides?
You also got to remember, they're talking about...
You will take me to...
Well, they're talking about shooting in Northern Ireland, but that just means shooting what? Indoor scenes?
Maybe
That doesn't mean
even a
anything that's
flashback.
outside.
Could be a flashback.
Well, it could have
It
nothing
could
to...
be on studios that are, sets that are there. Or,
Yeah.
Like, I think that's where, isn't that where some of the Game of Thrones crap is?
Maybe, I think so.
Filmed? Is
I think so.
Ireland?
Yeah.
So it might
Also
just be...
Greenland.
Yeah, so it might just be... That's where the main studios are. I mean, that's where
Right,
all
but
of the thing is going to be filmed.
I
inside
certainly
Northern
take all this news with a
grain of salt.
definite grain of salt.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm not
Not even a grain, probably like a pinch.
Really?
Like a pinch.
like a half a grain. Cut the one little grain in half.
Yeah, like that's how much like stock you should put in it.
Shatter it.
It's like
Find the one grain.
that
from
much.
grain.
Yeah.
Because I don't think George Lucas really wants to direct or be
No, I'm not.
directly involved in a
If it
production
happens,
of anything.
it happens. That'd be cool. But if it doesn't,
Right.
I'm not going to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
That's why I said with obvious reservations. I doubt this will ever happen.
Marvel directors reunite on Mandalorian set. So they're gonna have some directors from the Marvel movies. Who exactly?
The Russo brothers.
Okay, that's a pretty good choice.
Taika Waititi is already,
Of course, Jon Favreau.
is already slated to do an episode of The
okay.
Mandalorian. I think he did Thor.
Ragnarok, yeah.
Please
Yeah.
don't give me any Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Better do a better job you did on that crap. Of course, that was a lot of writing. It wasn't him.
Yeah.
He had to go with what he had.
It was mostly directing.
And then, the Russo brothers. And what? The Russo brothers
Peyton
did,
Reed.
what's it called? They did Ant-Man, right?
Russo brothers did Ant-Man, and they also did Infinity War, I do believe. Yeah.
No, they didn't do Ant-Man.
I'm pretty sure they did
Infinity
Infinity War. And then what did Peyton Reed do? Do you know what Peyton Reed did?
I'm not too familiar. You'd have to look up Peyton Reed.
up.
What his contribution to the Marvel universe was.
Yeah.
Oh, helmed Ant-Man. That's who did Ant-Man. And Ant-Man and the Wasp
Peyton
was
Reed.
Peyton Reed.
Yeah. freaking Russo brothers did Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War. So they're gold mine.
Yeah, they're gold.
They're gold. They're golden.
Yeah, because those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. And I think they're doing.
Probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
I think they're doing Avengers 4 as well.
Oh, good. But yeah, that's pretty good. The only one, is that I'm a bit.
Taika
Waititi is. He's not my favorite. I know a lot of people loved him, and a lot of people love Thor Ragnarok, but I did not like that movie.
No, it's not my favorite. Certainly.
So the next one is Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, which is kind of like Forces of Destiny, but with some improved animation. It's not so stilted. And
it sort of focuses on the original trilogy right now, it looks like.
That's cool.
It's a lot of Luke and Han, and it's pretty good. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's definitely worth checking out.
Oh yeah, okay. I like it. It's kind of has that old 80s vibe to it a little bit. Just a bit more clean.
Yeah.
But it does kind of have that old 80s, 70s cartoon vibe to it, which I really like. And honestly, they could use this series to bring in some legend stuff.
Well, and they use this series to also bring in younger kids to the original trilogy movies. I think that's their main push with this.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's going to be aired on.
Oh, it even goes
YouTube for kids.
Oh, okay, YouTube kids.
It's Disney for kids on YouTube or something like that. I think that's what it's called.
I saw a freaking Yoda fighting Count Dooku for a minute there. So we're also going to get that. That'd be kind of cool to actually see that origin happen. Of Count Dooku going bad. Because that was always one of the things that made me, really interested me. Because Count Dooku was the master of Qui-Gon Jinn. And also, that was him being his master was the reason why Qui-Gon Jinn always got in fights with the council. It's because Count Dooku always told him, they don't know what they're talking about. Because he was already under the Sidious's wing at the time. And I always found that interesting, and I wish they would do more with Count Dooku. I really wish they would. Because he's probably one of the most complex characters of the prequels and of Star Wars in general.
Especially when you get to know him more through Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where Count Dooku shines.
Especially when you actually see him get scared in that one episode. That was the first time that you ever saw any other emotion besides I'm holier than thou from Count Dooku. You actually saw fear, and he's actually afraid of Palpatine. Which I thought was really good.
He's afraid of him, but he's not afraid to go behind his back.
No.
And do things.
But he's afraid to get caught.
Have an apprentice himself, which he's not supposed to have.
Actually, two.
Yeah, two.
Right. Grievous and
Savage Opress.
Well, yeah,
and
Savage.
And he has actually three technically, because he has freaking. I guess Grievous isn't really an apprentice, but he's still someone that.
But Palpatine knows about Grievous and knows that they're using him as a tool.
Yeah. And honestly,
he knows about the assassin too, but he doesn't know that she's a. She's not. He doesn't know that she's a Force user though.
Well, he probably does, but just doesn't.
Just don't know how far along she is.
Yeah.
Like how dangerous she could become, maybe.
But then after Savage, then after her, they get Savage Opress. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what pisses out Palpatine off. Is when Savage Opress comes into it.
Yeah, because he starts messing with things that Palpatine didn't want him to mess with.
Putting into motion.
Yeah.
He's messing it up.
So, the next topic is Episode 9. Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams comment on Episode 9 filming in Jordan.
Yeah, so basically they've wrapped filming in Jordan. Not wrapped filming altogether, just the part that they filmed in Jordan, I guess.
What, out in the desert?
Various spy photos.
Yeah.
So, could be Tatooine. I mean, it makes sense that they would use Jordan instead of, say, one of the Middle East.
No, that's the Middle East.
Is it?
Jordan's right.
Jordan's
it is.
right there.
Jordan's right in the middle of the Middle East.
Yeah.
They're the Middle East.
Yeah, you're right there next to Syria that's in the middle of a civil war.
Iraq on one side.
I wonder how nervous it must be, like nerve-wracking it must be
Saudi
to
Arabia's
film
on another, and then
there.
Israel borders Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Israel to the west. And
So it could be Tatooine. Could be Geonosis.
could be.
Because that would kind of be cool. Because it has the red sand.
I do want to see them go to a planet we've been to before.
Yes.
Instead of just keep introducing new ones. I mean, I would love to see a return to Coruscant for some reason.
Going back to Yavin?
Yeah. So, we never really got to see much of Yavin. Nothing.
We just saw the base. And
more
one shot.
More took place in Rogue One on Yavin.
One shot of
ever did.
With that guy in the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't see much. I mean, they added a little extra stuff like the Millennium Falcon coming into the base at Yavin on the extended version. But
yeah.
Now,
you don't see much.
They did go to Yavin in Rebels, though. If you remember. Yep. So we got to see a little bit of Yavin.
And we got to see it in
there.
Rogue One.
Yeah, and there's apparently quite a bit of Jedi Temple ruins in Yavin. So maybe there is a Jedi Temple at Yavin.
Or even like a planet they've mentioned in passing, like Dantooine. They're on Dantooine.
Not Dagobah, Dantooine, yeah. They're on Dantooine or Mandel.
Yeah.
See,
the bounty hunter on Ord Mandel.
I would like to see...
Or that maneuver you pulled off at the...
Battle of Tanad.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see one of the...
Just something like that. Like, give me one of those planets.
One of the movies... I would like to see one of the movies take on a Jedi Temple and Holocron and all that. Because they never have done that in any of the main movies. No. They did it in the animation and stuff, but I would love to see it in the movies.
I think we might get Mustafar.
Yeah.
In this movie. In episode 9.
Yeah.
Just because I think people really reacted well to Vader's castle.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see a slightly dilapidated Vader's castle. Like it hasn't,
that could be where the First Order
upkeep has gone down.
Camp.
Yeah, where Kylo sets up camp.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That would make sense.
It would be cool to see Coruscant again, though.
Yes. Especially seeing it now. Like, what would it look like now? Would it just be the same old, same old?
Or would it be, like, a lot less people there now?
Yeah.
Like
Mostly abandoned?
Right, yeah. Because the government's not there, so what are people actually doing there? Mm-hmm. Work-wise?
Yeah, because that's all that people did in Coruscant was politics.
There's a lot of politics. And if you weren't, in the underground, working the cafes and bars and
strip joints.
Right, gambling joints or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you weren't in the industrial side, like building stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or keeping the power running.
Mm-hmm. You were a politician.
Or on the industrial side with all the smokestacks and stuff off in the distance away from the city.
Yeah, you get to see that more in Clone Wars.
That's where that's why they keep the Force Beast, or not the Force Beast, but the that one big monster.
Zillo Beast.
Yeah,
I just watched that episode.
Monster that Mace Windu tries to protect, but fails.
It wasn't Mace. Does he try to?
No, at first he's all for it, but then freaking...
He doesn't want it taken back to Coruscant.
No, yeah.
He just wants it left there.
Yeah, that's right.
On the planet.
Mm-hmm. That was actually probably one of the episodes that I gained a little bit of respect for Mace Windu. Just a little bit. Because I was like, at least he, cares. But, yeah.
That's it. So, here we got Resistance. You want to go into some of the episodes of Resistance?
We can talk about
just
Resistance.
Overall thoughts of the season so far?
Well, I agree with you and Ryan when it comes to... I'm more interested in everything going on in the background and, all the side stories that they get on, too. Like the two kids from that one planet that Kylo Ren came to and killed their parents and stuff.
Right.
And they're running from the First Order, and I don't know why.
Yeah, you still don't really know why. It never explains that. Yeah, because the main story is supposed to be Kaz as a spy, but he doesn't really do much in the
trying to figure out who's giving information to the First Order
from that platform area. He really hasn't learned much.
I'm sure it'll be a big twist. It's probably going to be that, I forget what names on this one, because I haven't watched much of it. It's probably going to be the green guy. giving out information.
Niku?
Niku?
I don't think
Niku.
so.
I think Niku's too... Well, of course, he can act dumb, and he's not really dumb.
No, he just talks a lot. And just,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's very literal. He's
Yeah.
sort of like Drax is
Yeah.
for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, takes everything very literal.
Yeah, I agree. I like some of the side stuff more than the main story. It really hasn't gone anywhere.
No.
No,
It's
there's
mostly-
still really character building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly because, like, the pirates came and attacked.
Yeah. I like the one today, or the one I just watched today with the Guavian Death Gang. It's kind of cool that they brought in those guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's, like, mentions of the Battle of Jakku, and there's...
Yeah, there's just mentions of little things here and there. That,
Also,
like, if you're a big fan, you recognize them. If you're not, then it's
Right.
that was a bit of spoilers,
Doesn't
but,
matter.
like, hasn't it already been revealed who the spy is? It's the freaking captain dude of the
I think it's Captain Doza.
Yeah. Like,
I think that's the obvious choice, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be
but
him.
he is in, like, constant communication with Phasma.
Yeah, but that's because he's got to keep the First Order from coming in there and taking
I guess, yeah.
Right.
I
I think
guess.
he's trying to keep them at bay.
over. Bay is what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he's not feeding them information. He's just like, yeah, you can come use the platform to refuel or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Also, can I just say, I love the environment of the platform. Like, from the first episode, I was like, okay, I like this place. This is actually a really good hub for the show to take place. Kind of like the Lothal was for Rebels. I really like just the idea of the platform. It's a very cool.
the only problem with
area.
the platform is you're confined to just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, but
Granted,
that's
everyone
where the
has
story
ships.
is supposed to just take place.
Yeah,
Is
and
there.
everyone has ships, so they can go somewhere else.
Right.
But they always come back to the platform because it's kind of like their new home or whatever. But I just love the society that they have there. It's a bunch of like,
It's all based around gambling.
yeah, it's a bunch
races.
it's a bunch of jerks too who don't care about each other and just care about money. Like I really do like that, concept of the platform. So that is one thing that I like. I like Kaz is not the most interesting of main characters.
Not yet. It's just a little. He's like too goofy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for the kids though.
It
is.
It's meant for
Yeah.
10-year-olds or
Right.
8, 9, 10-year-olds. It's not meant for adults.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like.
Well, I mean,
But that's why I
but
like
Rebels was meant for kids too.
Yeah, but that's why I like.
But that's why I have hope for this.
That's why I
Yeah.
like the side stories though, because the side stories in this one at least, not necessarily Rebels, but in this one, that's where I'm getting like a lot of little tidbits about things here and there.
Yeah.
Like the one guy fought at Jakku.
Yeah.
Wonder what he did. How was he? We just want to know more about that.
Yeah.
I like the animation more than I thought I would. When I saw the animation, I was like, not quite sure about that. But I actually like it. It's very colorful. It's very vibrant. Very good for kids. And
It's like the best
Star Wars
animation on Disney.
Yeah, easily,
Oh, yeah.
easily.
Most of that stuff's crap.
Yeah, most of that's garbage.
But yeah, I do have hope for this show because, Rebels started out kind of this way.
Right.
It started out pretty slow, very, very kid friendly, but you never know. It might progress and get more mature as it goes on. And that was the great thing about Rebels is that it kind of grew up with its audience.
Right.
Like, it was targeting,
Preteens.
Yeah, preteens. And once it finished, they were in their teens and they were able to handle more
Right.
adult themed episodes. So I don't know. I think with like characters dying and you actually see their bodies and stuff. So I think that this show could possibly go that route and just get more darker as it goes along. It just needs to get its audience comfortable with it first before it can start doing that.
I agree. I think just be based on even Clone Wars started out.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that first episode of Clone Wars is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Like when
True.
you go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets you like right in there.
Yeah.
There's,
With Grievous cutting people up and stuff.
they don't hold back too much on Clone Wars. But like you said, Rebels, it does start off a little slower.
Technically, that wasn't the first episode. The first episode the pilot episode was the one with Goldie. That was the pilot episode. So, I mean, that one was kind of a bit kiddie. Because it was like, oh, R2-D2's jealous of this new droid, and you have them bumping into each other, like bumper cars and shocking each other and spraying each other with oil. And it was a bit more kiddie than it was than other like previous like later episodes. But yeah, Clone Wars definitely got freaking
it got
mature
dark. Yeah.
as it went on.
Even so did Rebels.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, hands, and all in all, I like it. I like Resistance.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it.
It's growing on me.
Because I know that there are things like the little tidbits in there, the mention of Kylo Ren, the Guavian Death Gang shows up. All these things we saw in Force Awakens that, and this movie takes place before we get to that part. So you kind of get we're getting background on Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and, the movies coming now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if it's just a little bit, little slivers here, it's still cool to, be able to pick them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you never watched Force Awakens and you saw the Guavian Death Gang, you don't even know who those guys are. Yeah. Even if you watched it one time, you may not remember.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. The only complaint that I really have about it is that I wish they used the aces a bit more.
I think they'll get there.
Yeah.
Like this last episode had them racing at least.
Yeah. But I want to know more about the dude who was an ex-TIE fighter pilot. Like, that guy is instantly one of my, most, I want to know more about you kind of characters. Because he's so, not only is he freaking cool looking, and he's got a cool looking ship, but also just his past, it would be very interesting to explore. So, but yeah, I think that's it for this episode.
Yep.
Of Red 2 Chatter.
For this audio only episode.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this 67th episode. I'm just going to call it the 67th because that's what we're on. So, regardless of whether or not 66 gets back or not, I'm still going to call it 67th, and we'll just continue on from there. And so, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you?
Find me posting stuff on our Red 2 Chatter Facebook page and over on Instagram at JWilsonByDesign.
Weren't you also going to make, a Instagram
profile
picture for Red 2 Chatter as well?
Yeah, I'm going to do a Instagram page for Red 2 Chatter. I think you can have two.
Yeah, you can. It's like a Facebook now. You can have two.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
You can have, a lot of pages. But with, two main accounts.
No, yeah, I have two main accounts.
Right.
You can switch between them, which is pretty nice. You can find me at Glitterix on YouTube. Content's going to be a little bit slow. I'm going to test it out down here. I'm going to see if I can install Elgato and stuff on the computer down here and maybe try to record that way. That way, when Ryan's off to work, I can just record when he's off to work and just, there you go. I think that will work, and it'll be a smaller screen than I'm playing on, but, it'll work. I think it'll work. No, I can't. I guess I could. That'd be a stretch, though, to play it on the TV way over there. But yeah, content will be a little bit slow because I need to catch back up. I need to play all the way to Yakuza 4, all the way back to where I was, so that way I can freaking re-record it. Yeah, record it twice, so that way I can finish that game, and then we can continue on to Yakuza 5. So, but other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Laters.